Alright, so I'm going to go through how to do a quick field strip of a Kimber 1911 stainless custom 2. As always, first thing you want to do is make sure that the chamber is clear. Alright, then decaulk it. And first step is to release the tension on the spring. So this particular Kimber came with this plastic tool, and as you can see, it's basically a cutout of the spring retainer up here. So what you're going to want to do carefully is to take the tool, brace it on the table, press down with this plastic tool to compress the spring, turn slowly, and you should hear a click. When you get to that point, you can see that it kind of popped up on me. Alright, so it's tool aside. Now, this part you gotta be careful because it is under a lot of tension. And you do have to make sure that you didn't overturn it or the spring would have shot up. But at this point, I'm going to take my thumb, press down the spring a little bit, rotate this around the rest of the way, release the spring tension. Okay, and take this sleeve off the spring, set it aside, take the spring out. As you can see, this spring has a flat piece on this side. That was the side that went into the firearm, and this side is just cut off and pointed. So just make a note of that for when you reassemble it. Then you're going to take the retainer, you're going to rotate it around like so. Then you can pull it out at that point. There's a little notch right here on the side of it that keeps it from coming out in any other position. That's why you have to rotate it around. So, alright, so the next step, basically you need to push on this little button right here, which is the slide lock pin, and you have to do it at the same time as pulling the slide back to the small notch, not the slide lock notch, but this very, very small one right here. So it's easier if you pull the hammer back actually, and then go ahead and pull it back about to so. You want that little notch right above this square hole where the slide lock is at. Then you're going to push on the pin. Pops out. Go ahead and pull it all the way out. Okay, set it aside. Alright, and as you can see that you can see straight through the hole because the barrel has a little loop hanging. And now you can see that the barrel is loose along with the slide pin. So go ahead and push the just have a little bit of wiggle. Alright, you can remove the slide from the frame, and on the frame I'll typically take a Q-tip with some solvent, clean it up, and then get another Q-tip and oil it up, and then just set that aside. Alright, and you're going to take out the slide pin and make note of the this end back here and the shape it is. You can see that it's kind of concave right here. That concave piece actually rests on the barrel. And the rounded part would be facing up. Alright, now to take out the barrel out of the slide, you're going to push this little loop forward so it's not sticking up, okay? And you're going to pull the barrel straight out the front of the slide like so, okay? You're going to want to clean and put a thin coat of oil on the barrel and make sure it's good and clean. And once again, get the Q-tip with the solvent and then Q-tip with oil and kind of clean up the slide. You want to get around the firing pin. You may want to get a little bit of oil down in the firing pin, and then that's pretty much how you would do a quick field strip. So let's go ahead and put it back together. Put the barrel in, put the loop down, okay, put the pin back in like so with the concave piece facing down, and then pull this loop back so that when you put it back on the frame it's actually hanging down. I'll show you why in a second. Go ahead and slide onto the frame. Alright. Once again, bring it back to where this small notch is directly above that square, and right now you can look inside there. And you want to look in the circular hole to make sure that little loop that's hanging on the bottom side of the barrel is lined up with the opening. Alright, there we go. Alright, and then you're just going to push the pin in past the little spring tension right there. Okay, so now the barrel's in. I want to double check that, make sure that you actually caught it. Okay, go ahead and slide forward. Alright, put the retainer in first. Look for the little notch. It's got to be sticking down where the hole is at, like so. Okay, then you rotate it around. Alright, stick the spring in with the flat end first. And then put the bushing with the spring retainer on top of here. Press it down, rotate that to where it catches on the lip. Then you can use the tool to carefully, don't turn it to the left. Compress it down and rotate it till it snaps. Like so. Alright. And that is how you do a quick strip down of a 1911.